The Anotation of Antonio Morga's Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. First, what is Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas? It is one of the important works on the early history of the Spanish colonization of the Philippines, published in Mexico in 1609 by Antonio de Morga. This is one of the first books ever to tackle Philippine history, book that describes the events inside and outside of the country from 1493 to 1603, including the history of the Philippines. The book contains 8 chapters. It discusses the political, social, and economical aspects of a colonizer and a colonized country. The book also includes the Filipino customs, traditions, manners, and religion during the Spanish conquest. The content of the book is based on documentary research, observation, and personal experiences of Antonio Morga. Jose Rizal is a secondary source of the book due to his annotations. Rizal's annotation of Antonio Morga's Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas. Rizal comments that the Philippines of his time was no better than the pre-Hispanic Philippines. He says it could have developed on its own into something great. Rizal strove to establish that the Filipinos could be proud of their pre-conquest past. The pre-colonial Philippines government already possessed a working judicial and legislative system. According to Rizal, Filipinos has a system of writing, an advanced knowledge of metallurgy, and a shipbuilding industry. The Spanish missionaries exploited the baybayin for their own ends, learning and using it to translate their goals. However, the work's first critic is his friend Ferdinand Blumentritt. Ferdinand Blumentritt is the one who encouraged Rizal to write about the Philippines' pre-colonial history. Ferdinand Blumentritt's introduction for the book, he cited hindsight and anti-clericalism as fatal defects in a purely scholarly work. Rizal used history as propaganda weapon. By recreating the proud pre-Hispanic civilization, Rizal's Morga had set the tone for Philippine historiography and Filipino identity. He also commented on every statement that could be announced in Filipino cultural practices. 3 main propositions in Rizal's new edition of Morga's Sucesos. First is the people of the Philippines had a culture of their own before the coming of the Spaniards. And Filipinos were declimated, demoralized, exploited, and ruined by the Spanish colonization. Third, the present state of the Philippines was not necessarily superior to its past. Why did Rizal make an annotation to Morga's Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas? Rizal's intent was not only to provide the Filipino people their early history, a pre-Spanish history, but to present to them their own authentic culture.